So, so were there any? Because I know Star Wars is obviously a lot of like green screen and blue screen scenes in studios, but were there also scenes that you guys were like on location for that you shot at? And what were the differences between shooting those scenes for you personally?
Because loads of the stuff was done in Pinewood, and then on the first location we went to was old Royal Air Force base that they don't use anymore as an Air Force base. So Pinewood Studios bought it over or whatever, and they use it now as a set. And quite a few movies were shot there, and it's just outside North London. And the first day I actually drove up there, the first morning, I saw palm trees growing in the UK, and I thought, I've never seen a palm tree growing that big in the UK. And it was actually palm trees that they planted there, and they made the island of Scarif there in the middle of the field. Yeah, so they just made a big dam, dug a big hole in the ground, covered it with black plastic, and filled it up with water. You know. And basically, there was obviously loads of stuff that was how do you say the computer graphics and all the that wasn't CGI, you know.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff were there, and like on Scarif, when it was on the island on the beach there, like the big door, the sliding door where they were standing in front of where they were going in, that was there.
Sure.
You know, and it was a good location. And the stuff what I found interesting was the stuff they actually do to the location, and the special effects that go with it. You know, the little things that people don't know they do. Like there's guys over there that's planting grass in specific places where it has to be. You know, and he'll have like, I don't know, probably 500 pieces of grass that he has to put in places. You know, and sand has to be painted black where explosions are happening, and every single time bullets go into the ground, there's a little explosion coming up, and I have to replace it every single shot, every scene, every time we retake. So there's a lot of work going into that.
You don't really realize it.
Yeah, I want to ask you, Victor. So, what is it like, you know, from someone who's actually fired weapons to go and use a fake weapon where you're not sure what the recoil is like? Because you now fire, and I know that the Death Troopers, I put my little figures here for demonstration purposes as well. They're not just going to look pretty.
Yeah.
But like, I know there was one scene where you fired there was like a rifle version, and then you also had like an SMG that you guys played around. So was there sort of direction on, you know, the recoil of this rifle is going to be bigger than this rifle, or, you know, was there?
They didn't really say a recoil, but we just made it up ourselves, because obviously when you're running down a beach shooting at all the rebellion or whatever, there's nothing giving you any feedback saying, oh, you just actually shot someone or you didn't shoot them. But we just moved ourselves as we thought the gun would do. And there was actually some guys who were making the noises like shooting noises, just make them feel like they're shooting something, you know. It's like I said, I told loads of guys before as well, if there was like an outtake thing on that beach of jokes and funny things happening, there would have been a lot of laughs. Because it fell over so many times over people, and it's just crazy.
I'm sure then the guys who have to do the replacement of the stand and everything, I get pretty upset if somebody falls over and have to
yeah. Well, I've stepped on a few of them. The scene in the movie of us coming out the craft and jumping into the water, running through the water, and then going onto the beach area where we go down in the prone position, shooting down and everything. And then in the movie, it's probably about not even a minute long, and we shot that scene for a whole week. It took so long, you know. So we ran up and down that beach so many times. I just wanted to die.
But it's good commando training, I suppose. You know, you're doing all the beach work the whole time. You're trying to run in plastic, you know, in all this military armor. We're busy playing the scene as we're talking about it now. You got that little scene of you jumping out of the aircraft, and that's happening right now. Yeah. But what was it like actually jumping out of a craft into the water there when you actually had no visual queue or anything else that you could actually see, you know?
No, you couldn't see anything. Basically, they had an old a Chinook ramp that they got from somewhere. I don't know if anyone doesn't know where a Chinook is. It's that helicopter with the two propellers.
Yep.
They got an old one from somewhere and built the platform on the edge of the water. And then behind the platform, they had this massive fan blowing, and it's to create the downdraft from the craft.
Yeah.
So the first time we had to jump down it as well, the first thing we thought about is the blind spot again. You can't see the end of the platform, so you don't know when to start jumping, and then there's a guy in front of you, so you can't see anything at all. So you just had to guess when you're going to jump into the water.
Jeez. That's incredible.
One or two guys went down first, second time so, but after a while we got it, and it wasn't too bad. But it was crazy with that fan blowing in the back as well. Luckily, I've been used to helicopter downdraft in the past, but that fan was quite strong.
Jeez. It's almost like the Star Troopers or the Death Troopers all of a sudden become paratroopers jumping out of an aircraft but hopefully landing properly without a parachute. It's all hope and pray and shoot at the same time, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
No, it was good fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that scene was quite good as well, because that's the first time we were out in the open.
Okay.
And there was actually airplanes flying over, trying to take shots of the scenes happening up there. And as soon as because there's security guards obviously all over the perimeter of the area.
Yeah.
But as soon as airplanes started coming over, we had to don the coats and the cloaks and put everything under cover again and whatever. Yeah. And there was actually at one point they've got these stormtrooper puppet things that looked like bodies floating in the water. So there was a lot of them floating down. I don't know what the guys in the airplanes thought.
Nice massacre.